now welcome to the Great Cigar and Pipe Show. Presented by Hiram and Solomon Cigars, the Oliva Cigar Family, and the J.C. Newman Cigar Company. Coming to you live from the Corona Cigar Company studios.
Hey.
Oh, wait a minute. Why do I hear the
echo. There's an echo.
Joe?
Joey.
Testing 1, 2, 1.
Joe, it's Joe. When in doubt, blame Joe.
Oh, that's got to be me.
Oh, God.
Exactly. Joe is, you would think after 2-3 years of doing this, he would learn. But no.
I never learn. Are you kidding me?
Okay, we should introduce ourselves because some of the people may have forgotten who we are because it's been
I
a month since they last saw us.
That's just
That's dementia setting in.
Start it up, Ronnie. Start it up.
Well, welcome everybody, and thank you. Yes, it's been a little while, but hey, thanks a lot for joining us. I hope you all had a great 4th of July weekend. And tonight is our pairing show where our co-host Joe has brought together hopefully another fantastic pairing, cigars and whiskey together. So just a little introduction for you new people. I'm Ronnie Pecorini. Down in Tampa is Kyle Gesso.
They do.
And the two characters over there in Daytona World is my brother Bob, retired Bob, that is.
Retired Bob, yes.
And then the one, the only, the Chooch Master himself, Cousin Frank.
Hello, everybody.
And tonight, as an Italian, he only shows his hands.
That's
he does talk.
Exactly. I speak with my
And then
hands.
we'll let Joey introduce his special guest tonight.
Oh, well, obviously, we already have Vicki Higginson on with us. She's our Whiskey Network Cocktail Club writer. She just did a really awesome gin cocktail with that Kiss. Can you tell us a little bit about the Kiss cocktail?
Yes, was that so fun? I don't know.
If you're a Kiss fan, this is where it's at right here.
Yes. So a friend of mine is the salesperson locally here for that company in Southern California. And it's, brands for fans, right? So I've done a cocktail for the Skid Row rum, and now Kiss. They've got gin. They've got a few other expressions too. And so I did a Kiss cocktail, and most hardcore Kiss fans know that half of the band is sober. So I did a low ABV cocktail so that you can, keep drinking them all night and go to the show and remember it too, right?
Right.
So it's gin.
Is that cocktail spelled with a K instead of a C?
Of course.
With the Kiss,
all capitals.
Nice. The Kiss font and everything. I love it.
Yeah, the bottle has the Kiss font on it, right? Because it's licensed. Absolutely. Yep. So, yeah, that's exactly what the bottle looks like. So super fun for fans to be able to share spirits like that. And, yeah, I did a cocktail, and I used some pyrotechnics in my photo and video, which was,
it was cool.
For fun. For 4th of July. That was super fun. And, some vermouth, some gin, some citrus, some sugar, and club soda. And basically, it's sort of like a seltzer, but fresh made, right? So you're not using all of those preservatives to make sure that it's fresh in a can. It's as if somebody made you a fresh ranch water or a fresh other kind of seltzer out of real ingredients right in front of you. So it actually tastes good.
Nice.
Now, who actually owns it? Is it Gene Simmons?
Well, yeah, it's Kiss.
Well,
all of them? It's licensed, right, from the band.
Which is basically
Simmons and Paul are together. They work everything out. The other two guys come and go. But
a lot of other guys come and go. Yeah, there's a lot of people that have revolved in and out of the band. And technically they have, completed their final performance as a band.
Right.
And that was in 2023. There was supposed to be something in 2024 that didn't happen. But I do know that this November in Vegas, there is going to be a 3-day Kiss convention. And the boys will be there. So obviously there'll be a performance. But they are trying to, I think, hand it off to the next generations of potential Kiss Army members, right?
Yep, it's Kiss Army. Yep, we lost Paul, but that's okay. He's coming in and out.
Right, when did we see Kiss last? When did we? Was that
that was like in 2021,
2021
or 2020. Yeah, they were great.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, they put on a great show.
Great show.
If you're even if you're not a Kiss fan, I mean, their music is very simple. I'll call it. It's not. We're not talking about they're not going to rewrite history with their music, but
no.
They perform like nobody's business. They are performers.
Well, yeah, they don't have to do history. They are our history.
Exactly. Exactly.
I saw him a few years back at United Center, and I think I did drink an entire bottle of gin before the show.
Do you remember it then? Or you don't even remember?
I just remember the fire and the pyrotechnics. That was cool.
Yep.
Yeah.
So today's show,
I had to honor that. I had to honor that. Yeah.
No, I went to school with Gene Simmons.
I know you did.
Yeah,
Bob, you told me.
Yeah.
You did.
Yeah, that explains a lot. Yeah.
That's why Bob looks the way he does.
But tonight we have this is Rod and Hammers. This is their cask reserve. They're out of California. We're going to have Rod and possibly the Hammer on with us tonight. This is bourbon whiskey finished in California Syrah wine barrels. It's very it's very like sweet.
Sweet. That's what I got off the note right away.
Yeah, well, it says right on the back. We finished our straight bourbon whiskey in award-winning Kinsey Syrah barrels to impart subtle notes of blackberry jam and toasted oak for a smooth and unique bourbon. Enjoy straight or on ice. I get almost like a pink lemonade or like a pink Jolly Rancher flavor thing going on there over like the nice like caramel.
Yeah, there's a little bit of that sweet and sour.
Yeah, very.
But right off the bat, I got like a bit of a cherry, like almost like a brandy kind of
brandied cherry.
Yeah. Very, very interesting sweet whiskey. And then we have Ironclad Cigars on with us tonight.
I'm gonna let's bring up
Randy Wheeler is joining us.
Being where we left them in a very low.
There he is. Yeah, this is like the Barry White of the South right here, guys.
I was
and there's Rod. What's up, Rod?
Rod,
you made it back to the distillery. All right, I see.
I sure did.
All right,
nice.
So this is the Banda cigar that we're going to be pairing with this Rod and Hammer Cask Reserve whiskey tonight. And for the hashtag, which I'm sure Kyle has one ready to go.
Well, yeah, when we get Kyle back.
Yeah.
Kyle kind of dropped out of
when we get to the hashtag, the winner is going to be winning their famous rye whiskey bottle.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and Vicky's going to be doing soon a cocktail with their peach whiskey.
Oh, great!
Yeah,
very nice, very nice.
Yeah.
So why don't we talk let's talk to our buddy Randy and kind of the genesis. Yeah, well, that's what we should do.
We should all light up.
Oh, I was digging the Kiss.
You were digging the Kiss conversation.
I went to see Kiss at the Houston Coliseum in 1985, December of 1985.
Oh, I went back in the 70s, 80s. I was a big Kiss.
Square Garden.
Yeah,
I'm not as old as Ronnie.
Yeah.
What's that?
Oh, yeah. Army member.
I'm an Army member. I was
barely old enough to go.
You know what? I had a garage band as a kid growing up, and it was called.
It stayed there,
and it stayed in the garage because I was a terrible guitarist. But the name of the band was one of the Kiss songs because we did Kiss cover stuff. Parasite. So we were known as Parasite. Obviously, we didn't do wedding things. We didn't do weddings.
How do you know how to play best? How could you?
He's still a parasite.
Parasite at your wedding. I don't think that would go over very well.
Nice.
So, Randy, why don't you tell us who you are and how you got into the cigar industry?
Let me get this poured real quick. Is it time to pour or no?
Yeah, you can pour. Yeah, I'm doing both.
Oh,
wow.
Cheers.
All right.
Cheers. Cheers to everyone on the panel. And this
Salute
is
to everybody.
Birthday to Ronnie.
Happy birthday to Ronnie.
Yeah.
Happy 4th of July. And, folks, let's wish our Chooch Master Frank and his lovely wife, Lucy, a happy anniversary for
That's tomorrow. Thank you very much.
There you go.
39
Did you forget,
years. 39. Did not forget.
39. What are you talking about, 39?
Yeah. Oh, Kyle's back. Do you have a hashtag, Kyle?
39. Oh.
Back in 39.
Okay. Salute, Frank. Oh, now we lost Frank. Kyle, what'd you do? You knock him off?
No. I was having issues for something. I was getting an error message that StreamYard has done something and it's not working with Chrome now. So it was like crashing like crazy. So I had to
reboot.
Refreeze. He had to refreeze.
I saw it has something. It has something to do with if you put the background in or a different like if he's got a AI background or whatever.
That is an AI background. Yes. I think what happened is Lucy started yelling at him about the year, so he probably got it shut down. Lucy was screaming, 39 is supposed to be 36. Oh, my God. Don't ever piss off an Italian woman. I tell you that. Well, Randy,
are we? Did he freeze?
Tell us a little bit about the cigars.
Everybody's like
there we go, little by little. That's all.
Okay. Where would you like me to start?
There you go. I was still waiting for Kyle to get back on because he popped off Frank unless Frank was being yelled at by Lucy.
Would this have anything to do? Are you streaming this on your side too, on your show? Is that maybe what might be hinking it up?
No, I don't think it would. Yeah, I am, but I don't think what I read what he was saying a while ago is if you're using either one of if you're using the touch up stuff that's available, or if you're using a background.
We're using the background. Maybe I should get rid of the background.
Yeah, it's saying not to use that right now.
All right, let me do that.
Yeah, try get rid of the background. See what's going on with that. Go natural.
Go natural. It's called the green screen. Look how beautiful that looks.
Mm-hmm. Whoa, boy. Bob's head just exploded.
We look very natural on a green screen.
There you go.
All right. We have that. This is what's great about live broadcasts. Anything can happen. Let me get Vicky back on here.
We should do a show for bloopers at the end of the year.
Right. And Kyle, everybody's enjoying it. Everybody's got something to say.
Bring Kyle back.
So I'm doing the pairing live. I don't have any previous tasting notes or anything yet. I've been pretty slammed at work and stuff in the newborn, but as we go through, I'll be doing these three pairing directions, and then I'll chime in. But Randy, why don't you go ahead and tell us who you are and how you got into the cigar industry?
All right. So the quick part is, been smoking for a while. Started a podcast. Got into it really heavy over the last 2 or 3 years, and last year I had a partner, and we started a company called Black Pearl, and then first part of this year, we launched in February. Then within a month, very quickly, we're denied, our trademark. Or you just don't know what you don't know. That's a whole other podcast. But rebranded, bought my partner out, and that's where we're at right now. And it's now Clad Cigars.
I love the logo, by the way.
Thank you. These I'm still waiting on new bands because these were the new bands that came with Ironclad, but I've changed the bands and the rebranding, so it's coming. I just didn't have them yet. Still don't have them. I was hoping to have them before this weekend show, but still don't have them. So that's where we're at. And we got right now. I got 3 cores. The Banda, which is what we have tonight. Right. It is a Arapiraca. Sorry, this is a Kubra wrapper, and it has Nick binder. And if I tell you what's in it, I have to kill you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. We don't want to
go. Don't worry about it.
But this one has 8 countries total. Mm-hmm. So
it's one of the things that Ishmael does so very well.
Yeah.
When he puts out a cigar, and Ishmael is our friend, and we've known Ish for God knows forever. Ishmael Olivan of BAMF and Rodriguez Olivan Cigars. I mean, when he blends these multicultural cigars, is what I'm going to call them. There's a flair to it, and there's a beautiful distinction to it.
Always,
yes. And it's picked up on this cigar immediately. I get a very nutty. This is a very nut-forward cigar for me. It's kind of like
Ronnie,
right? It's kind of like Ronnie. Yeah, only yes.
The Nut House.
It's a nut house. And now when I'm pairing this, Joe, so I'm going from cigar to the spirit. This is such a nice pairing. And so tell me a little bit about the whiskey. Obviously, it's finished in it's a wine. Which type of wine? It's a Syrah?
Yeah, well, if Rod, if you want to chime in and tell us a little bit about the whiskey.
Yeah, I would love to. Hey, this is my partner, Hamish. His nickname is Hammer.
What's up, Hammer?
Hammer! Hammer in the house!
Yeah.
Yeah, he talks funny because he's Australian, but I'll have him talk slow.
Oh, we won't hold that against him. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Today.
Hey, so what you're having, we live here in the Central Coast of California. We're surrounded by beautiful wineries. All of our friends are winemakers. We're like literally one of the few guys making whiskey here in California. I think literally out of like maybe 2 or 3 really making and producing whiskey. We have a brewery as well, and that's what we make the basis of our beautiful whiskey, especially our rye. But what you're tasting is a series. We found a bunch of 100-point wines in our local area, from Alpha Omega to Tally Chardonnay to the Syrah that you're tasting, which the Syrah comes from Kinsey, which is a beautiful small producer. So what they do is they finish with those barrels, and they don't have much to do with them after they're run. So what we did is we did our barrel aging for 2.5 years for the bourbon. We then re-barrel aged it inside those big 53-gallon, they're like air dried, beautiful oak barrels. And then you're still catching and picking up all of that wonderful flavor of the wines that we have in throughout this California area. And so the finish, Hammer will describe it really well. Like the softness.
Yeah, you get the area that we're in. All the wines that are coming out of sort of the Edna Valley.
We lost you. Hello. Did you go mute on us? Wait a minute.
Hold on. Start again.
Hold on. We're not hearing you.
They can't see us, Frank.
They can't see us. Why?
Because you got you have them on the single screen.
Well, it doesn't matter. They can still see us. They can't hear us. They can hear us.
Now they can see us.
We cannot hear you. You know what's fun? This is even better. The next show we're going to have one of the people that was
We're going to do it in Braille.
Can you hear us now?
American Sign Language next show.
Hey, sorry about you guys. Can you hear
Okay, we hear you now.
Okay,
right.
yes.
Did you guys just mute us on purpose?
I think it was your talking, your accent.
I think the computer shut him off. I think.
Podcasts are allergic to Australians.
It was an AI function.
Start again if you don't mind. I'm sorry. No, you guys are messing with us now. Try it. Talk.
No.
How's
this possible?
Well, in the meantime, I'm going to throw up the hashtag on the screen.
Yes, throw the hashtag up while we figure out.
And it'll work until my computer crashes. So I have no idea if it's going to work at the end. So
we've been having a lot
for tonight. Throw that into the chat.
Is that just us, or is that just our side, or is it going on?
It's your side.
It's your side. We don't hear a word you're saying at this point.
Now we hear you.
Once the hammer threw the hammer down, it was literally lost of all audio.
It was on the technology.
We
push the mute hammer
to a different room or something. Maybe we're actually in the distillery right now. We're surrounded by $1 million worth of whiskey surrounding us, so it's beautiful. But those barrels, what you're getting is a really neat combination of the wine and the whiskey.
Right. And it's a fantastic expression.
Great taste.
What is the ABV, Joey?
It's 50%.
Wow. Perfect.
That's because we took 100-point wine and we 100 proofed it. We thought it had some fun, synergy.
Oh, without a doubt.
Yeah, no, that's the perfect proof.
This is the perfect proof, right? Absolutely.
Yeah. And again, you guys remember we're like literally 3 miles from the coast here. I'm a surfer. This is Hammer's kind of the horse guy. But everything you're tasting too, we cut with Pacific Ocean water, which is a little bit of fun. It's blessed with ocean water. We distill it, And it just, it's a little bit different. So a lot of the stuff that you're talking about, like the peach whiskey and the flavors, we're trying to, can I cuss? I mean, we're trying to we're trying to fuck shit up, right? With whiskey. We're trying to add some flavors and some textures that are a little bit different. If you're living in California, what can you do that is cool? We have a really cool area that we're from. It's very cowboy meets surfer. It's not LA. It's not San Francisco. It's a very, real people, put your pants on one leg at a time and hang out. And they love this stuff. They love it when we add the flavors. The peach whiskey has a little black tea in it. It's been blended. We have a lot of women who love our whiskey as well because we're really turning them on to whiskey. We think that that's an amazing new addition.
We got a fan.
Yep, fan. And we love that about, we have a real, this is a real distillery, real tasting room, real roots with, people that really care about making great whiskey. So that's, when you taste it, I hope you're catching all of that because the craft of the wine makers in this area are top notch. And we're trying to match and meet them with enthusiasm. And boy, do they love it. The winemakers love having whiskey because they're bored with the wine.
Right. I have a question for you. Is there any way that you could flip your camera horizontal so we could actually see the two of you? As opposed, there we go. Now we have an idea of what you look like. Well, maybe you should go back to the other.
That was the Paula Abdul lens, very thin.
There you go.
Barrels.
Look at that. They're looking down on us, guys. They're looking down on us.
So you guys can tell we are really tech savvy.
Oh, yeah, we're super tech.
Yeah.
Super tech. I think my phone's going to run out of batteries pretty soon. So
He sounds like he's from Texas, too.
Yeah, but with this whiskey, you get a lot of that cherry and chocolate that you get out of the whiskey.
Yeah, big time.
I get like a pink lemonade or like pink Jolly Rancher flavor note.
I get that. Actually, our head distiller has that too.
Yeah, over like some, those nice like caramels and vanilla swirl on the finish. It's very, it's very good.
I hadn't heard Jolly Rancher.
I was very surprised.
Yeah, it's kind of like that sweet and sour. I get that, Joey, that Jolly Rancher, but I get more of an apple-y kind of feel as opposed to, what were you talking about, Joe? Because you get some exotic flavors sometimes that I wonder about your palate.
For me, pink lemonade and like that pink Jolly Rancher.
Interesting.
The
lemonade is interesting.
I can see the pink lemonade.
Yeah.
Not just any lemonade.
Absolutely.
No, pink.
Yeah, Vicky, what are you getting on the whiskey?
I'm kind of getting like candied fruits,
Yeah.
The candied, when I was a kid, we would make Stollen bread every year, and you use that really nasty candied fruit from the grocery store. This tastes like proper candied fruit.
Well,
not the weird little Dayglow color stuff, Yeah. This is proper candied fruit if you actually made it in your own kitchen, you know what I mean?
And I think you get a lot of those flavors because of the region that we're in. We do a lot of citrus in the region.
Right.
So I think that comes out both with, being 3 miles off the coast and then just what's been grown out in the valley. So it's definitely picking up all of that sort of natural flavors that you get in the community.
How long do you age it in the actual wine barrel?
The bourbon is about 2.5, 3 years old, and then we rebarrel it in the Shiraz barrels for about 8 months.
Oh, okay, that long. That's interesting because a lot of folks won't finish it that long.
True.
So I think it has. And who makes that decision? Now you guys are partners. Who makes the decision that says, you know what? It's time to pull it out of there.
Well, it's just whoever forgets about it for the longest.
I think that girl's done. Yeah.
Hey, Rod, did you check on that barrel that we did the other day?
Yeah, this is not Brown Foreman, you guys. These guys are actually doing it.
Right. There you go.
No, I will tell you, we have some wonderful staff. A great head distiller who's got an excellent palate, and he came from the wine country as well. So it's a real good mixture. We have brewers that took over the distillery. We have winemakers that have joined us on the palate tasting because you just got to take the people you have. But most people don't know that beer is the basis for whiskey. And if you don't make great beer and you don't make great mash, your whiskey is going to suck crap.
Right.
So for us, we're doing a bunch of educating here. I'm jokingly saying this, but I think there's 2 places in California or the West Coast that you can come and actually taste and do a proper whiskey tour of how whiskey is made from the very beginning of the malt and the grain to all the way to the finish. And that's us. And when we got into this, we thought, holy crap, this is so cool because our beer brand is called Slow Brew, which is is a really old beer brand, and we still have that. But the brand that really was driving us was this passion for whiskey and spirits because it's so novel here on the West Coast. And I know where you guys are on Florida and the East Coast, there's a ton of them, and everyone's making a bourbon or a rye. But to make it a little bit different and try to add something, a different character to it is, it's challenging, but it's been really fun.
Yeah, no one's ever sort of attacked the California whiskey side of things yet with the largest state, in the nation. And California has so much to offer. And, we did it with a beer called Cali Squeeze. And then, Rod and I, have a big passion for spirit. So it was, hey, let's do it with whiskey and do California whiskey like no one else has done. And we think we're doing a pretty good job, but it's a lot of trial and error.
Yeah, it takes a lot of effort.
Well, and it's California whiskey in the wine country. Everybody thinks that if you're not in California, you maybe think of Napa first.
Yeah,
I'm actually a Paso snob.
I love that.
Coming out of the Paso region, and also the community that you have in the Paso region versus Napa, it's totally different. Napa's so commercial now; it's so giant, big box, right? And Paso Robles, there really are regular families and individuals behind so many of the brands there still. And the way that they network together between spirits and wine, the different industries together, is really amazing. I would highly recommend anybody visiting the area. There's a really good part of town called City, which is all industrial buildings that a lot of the winemakers have moved into because they don't necessarily have property and land, but they make wine, they buy grapes. There's so many farmers in the region that don't make their own wine. They're just farmers. They're farming the grapes, and their specialty is making sure that they are getting all these different varietals of grapes to their absolute prime premium level. And so you have the shopping available to you as a maker to buy absolutely anything you could possibly want right there in that region. It's insane.
Yeah, we are the only county in the state with a distillery trail, which is super cool. So, so from Paso Robles to San Luis Obispo, I think we have 32, artisan distillers. There's a couple of us largest. We're the largest. We're the largest in the region.
But a lot of them are winemakers that also got into distilling, and so they're making some beautiful, brandies and limoncellos and then vodkas, but they're using leftover grapes, and it's good, but it's a different thing. But we chose, we already know we're kind of brand people, in general, is that, you can't make, Grey Goose isn't going to make whiskey. They're not even going to make gin because you got to pick one path. The nice thing about whiskey is that you can make single malt, you can make a rye, you can make a bourbon, and then you can make all these blends. So what we've done is we've really focused just on brown spirits, and she's absolutely right. Tin City and Paso Robles, awesome. We have a similar thing here at The Rock. Our place is called The Rock, right by the airport in San Luis. It's a 3-acre campus. You're in our secret barrel room that you only get to come in here if you're a Barrel Club member. And we make barrels for individuals. We probably made over 3,000 5-gallon barrels for individuals. Wow. As well as we have a bottle club. It's for surfing terms, it's called a fin club. And there are 2 or 3 bottles. But all of these bottles that you guys are tasting are specialty things that we make for them first. Like this peach whiskey was a request from our California whiskey chicks, who all wanted a more flavorful thing. But we introduced it through the club, which we have about 1,800 members of. And then if they like it, then I can go back to Vaughn's or Albertsons or one of these grocery chains and say, boy, what a great item, Total Wine. You guys have got to get this. But
Trader Joe's does it.
Yeah, and we're distributed now throughout Trader Joe's. We're up and down the coast of California, and we're launching all. We can mail to all of your guests. We're here. We can go to 48 states now if they go on to Rod and Hammers, which is awesome. That's all new.
You said Total Wine. Do you have Total Wine around the country as well, or just locally?
No, we're staying really tight right now locally because, again, you can only produce so much whiskey as well.
When we say local, we mean California.
Yeah, California.
Right.
It's like
I call that local. Yes.
Yeah.
But we'll expand. We're with the biggest distributor now, Southern Glaciers, and we're working hard with them. But it is, you're still small crafted. We're bootlegging this. We're not rock stars. We're not actors. We're not millionaires. Right. You have to go and really dig in and do it.
Well, we're rock stars, mate.
No, well, listen. I say this is a rock star product. And listen, it's a rock star product. It really is fantastic.
I was going to say, then you guys are on the wrong podcast. So.
That's right.
We're not Kiss, although we do have a really great music venue. And Neil Young and Gwen Stefani and Green Day have played in our venue.
And Snoop Dogg.
And Snoop Dogg.
Wow,
So
very
we've
cool.
got some cred. Come on.
That's right.
Oh,
You
yeah.
got some street cred.
There's a lot of street cred in Paso Robles, and actually,
Nice.
I have to stop. Anybody out there who heard peach whiskey and got a twinge
Shrug.
like that,
Yeah, they
it's
shrug.
not what you think of as peach whiskey. And I'm so frustrated that we call all these different things banana whiskey and cinnamon whiskey and all that stuff, because most of those products, they are not whiskey. They're liqueurs. They are, sugar
Right.
bombs that have some flavor in them, and it's fun. You want something to taste like cinnamon? Great. Buy some Fireball. The kids want to drink it straight, have fun. But that to me is not a cinnamon whiskey. That is a sugar bomb liqueur. This peach whiskey is peach whiskey. It is whiskey.
Right. It's real bourbon.
flavored
It's
with
real
real
bourbon.
It's real.
We're using bourbon.
Exactly.
And we are adding real peaches to it, real peach puree.
Exactly.
We are it's
And then
something that
we
will not sacrifice any flavor, any profile. If it tastes like cough medicine, we're out.
Yeah.
So,
What do you think for a cocktail, Vicky, for that?
Yeah, that's what I'm having right here. So I will publish this one soon. So I paired it with a brown sugar and coffee syrup and a little bit of lemon and some thyme and the peach whiskey.
So if you get a chance, do a peach old fashioned or a peach Manhattan. They're
Peach
absolutely fantastic.
Or the drink of summer is the peach paper plane. That's what we push, and it's
That's a no-brainer.
delicious.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
and we do this every quarter. We have a quarterly pickup party here that about 2,000 people show up. We are way more fun than a wine club because we actually we put out. I think we're both, we put out. We're pretty cool. We feed our guests. We meet them hand in hand with a cocktail when they show up. We have all of our staff and team here who are awesome, who pour all of our whiskeys and have them taste what they like. But we do so many fun things. We just launched a beautiful berry with Olala berry whiskey. Real Olala berries, which are only in our area. And during the wintertime, we have a winter spice, which is the greatest. It is so delicious. Yes. You guys will love it. And but I think still, again, this flavor profile that people get afraid of, they're only afraid of it if it tastes like syrup and tastes like cough medicine. And if you actually go for flavors that mean something and that we all approve of, then you do it, but it's not cheap, and you're not just trying to compete with, like you said, a banana whiskey. You're out there to change people's minds. I mean, I personally want to kick Crown Royal's ass because anything they put out. But this is I mean, we can't say it's bourbon on the package because as soon as you add another
Daniel's apple,
you change it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but we're having a lot of success with the flavors, and people here, I don't know whether it's the younger crowd or even the older crowd or the female crowd that really likes to have something that's a little bit more approachable, less alcohol, and more flavor. And then it's so fun to make drinks out of.
Yeah. Well, and less alcohol, it's 70 proof. So it's only a skosh under, 80 is standard, right? I mean, we've got 90 usually if you're going to do an old fashioned, but it's still 70. So it's not the same as all these other liqueurs. That's how you're really in a different ball game because those are coming out at like 40 proof, maybe 50.
Yeah. And speaking of approachable, this cigar, did we cover why it was called the Banda cigar?
No.
The Banda?
No, we did not. But you guys out there, you guys need to bring in the Banda cigars to have more parties out and enjoy the flavor even more, guys.
Whiskey
You
dinner.
got to hook up with Randy, man.
If I have to put out, I put out.
That's right. We got everybody putting out.
Maybe this weekend, Randy, you're going to put out. I don't know.
You never know.
What's the safe word? Ironclad.
Vicky, don't be part of this because it's the wrong way.
Sorry, not tempted.
But really, so Randy, I mean, the one thing that I can say that while I'm smoking the cigar, it's great because it's like traveling. I'm going to call this like, if you say we've got 8 countries in here, I feel like that's where I'm going. I'm taking a trip with this cigar, and it's beautiful because right now I went from a very nutty experience to now a little bit of that chocolatey cinnamon and like a cinnamon with the little. And I don't know if I'm getting the sweetness because of the pairing, Joey. I'm getting.
The cigar is definitely like I get like sweet, sugary, like gingerbread notes.
Yes, gingerbread, totally.
Even like some oakiness over that chocolate and everything going on there. And it's like I was getting all those notes kind of like throughout the cigar. It's very delicious. Very delicious cigar notes in this blend. And that's why I think that sweetness is pairing and marrying well with the sweetness of this Cask Reserve whiskey from Rod & Hammer's.
And I usually don't get that kind of sweetness off of a cigar like I'm getting on this one. For whatever reason, is that, I love velvety. And this is velvety to me. It's got that beautiful texture. And this whiskey needs to be everywhere, to be quite honest.
So why was it Banda? Maybe I missed it. Why is it Banda again?
So the original name, Black Pearl, I'm a history kind of a guy. My ex-partner is more of a nautical kind of guy, and that's where the name came from. So we didn't have a story like some people have stories when they come into it. We weren't trying to invent a story, but we were trying to we just tried to look at stuff that had history and nautical. So I liked the colonial era and started looking at trade routes. And if you look, between South China and Australia and all that, you got the Banda Sea, the Sulu Sea, the Celebes Sea, and all those seas through there were trade routes during the colonial era. So that's where all that came from.
Okay,
that's awesome. Yeah, that's really cool. I like that.
Nice, very nice.
You're talking the sweet. So the Banda is my Habano, and it's usually a little spicy, but I think the sweet now it might pick up a little more toward the end, but the sweet of the whiskey is tamed that down a little bit. And for me, I don't really like a lot of spice, and that whiskey for me is making the cigar even better for me.
Yeah, absolutely. When you go cigar to the whiskey, everything just kind of mellows like a sweet toffee caramel candy flavor.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when you dip the tip into the whiskey and you smoke it. That's the best.
We do something better. We do something much better.
There you go, Frank. Show them how it's done.
We're going to do this.
No, don't dip your tip, Frank.
I never.
No tipping, Frank.
Nothing but
no.
But no, what we do is.
Yes, I haven't done that yet.
That's not teabagging, right, Ronnie?
No, that's not teabagging. No, that's none of that. It's a little bit better.
So when you teabagging, but Randy, we can talk about it this weekend.
When you do switch it up and you go whiskey to the cigar, that the cigar actually kind of like chars those sweet red wine notes, and it just I don't know. To me, it just marries that char marries perfectly with the sweetness.
Yes,
totally different flavor profile on the opposite end of the.
I'm sort of feeling a little bit jealous because we are not smoking the cigar.
Well, you got to order a whole bunch from Randy and bring it to your place. People are going to love it. I can tell you that now.
I'm surprised nobody tastes marzipan.
Randy, you beat me to it. I was waiting for a second. People are asking already, is there any marzipan, Joey? What's the answer? Because people want to know.
So Frank did mention that nuttiness up front.
Yes.
And when you get like a nice quality cigar, for me, I always get like that marzipan flavor, and especially in the first third, right off the get-go, it's like bam. Yeah, it was there.
Yeah, it's there. No, that was the nuttiness. That was like almond taste.
Mm-hmm.
Totally. Wow.
And it gets nuttier when you dip your tip.
Right. Yeah. It always does.
Funny, Vicky, I think you're muted. Yeah.
Did you mute yourself?
Yeah, I could hear the garbage truck driving by outside.
Oh, is that what it was?
That was the guy speaking trash.
There's a fine line between dipping the tip and then teabagging, because if you get the nuttiness, then you obviously teabag, right? It seems like
and it all ends up in a garbage truck when it's all done.
Now I know why she muted herself. There were other
Next
things.
time I'll just let the garbage truck run.
Yeah. Vicky, are you smoking the cigar, or are you able to smoke the cigar?
I'm playing with it.
You're playing with it.
Yeah, that's what happens.
Any thoughts on the cigar as you play with the cigar?
Yes, I do agree that it's very nutty.
Nutty. Usually the nuts are along the side. But on this one,
well, and actually, so what I would do is cut off some of the tip and put it in a smoking glass and smoke it over the top of the whiskey is what I would do.
There you go.
But I didn't bring that out here with me, and I should have.
Joey will do that.
The next show. Don't forget. Do your little
yeah.
tip.
Bring every piece of equipment out here with me.
Yeah. So I'm going to see what we got when we smoke our whiskey here.
Oh, Joe, it's beautiful.
God, there you go.
It's absolutely beautiful.
Oh yeah. So Rod and Hammer, if you have a Glencairn and you have a cigar, you just
do that.
Take a puff and put some smoke in your Glencairn. It holds it really, really nice. Changes the entire flavor profile of your whiskey. So let's see what we got.
Yeah.
I got like big ginger on the nose as I was diving into that.
No, turn your phone. The other guy. Oh, we're gonna lose him.
But just like big bold caramel on the cigar smoked whiskey. But like as my nose went into the glass, I got like a really intense dose of ginger for some reason.
You know why? I think, Joey, it's that because you'll get a little bit of that alcohol that is trying to come through the smoke.
Yeah.
So I think it makes it a little spicy.
Yeah,
and that spice.
And then like some meat notes are kind of following up on the back end on the finish there. It's kind of like meaty and gingery, kind of cool, really cool.
Yeah.
Oh man,
meaty.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
We've never crossed that bridge here with cigar and meatiness.
Right. When you're dipping your tip,
clearly it's all the bag talk.
So, yeah. So,
Randy, what are you getting out of all this?
Randy,
how's your breakdown?
Out of the whiskey?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm not a whiskey connoisseur, but I tell you this: I've only 6 months probably started kind of drinking whiskey neat here and there, and I know that I like higher proof a lot of times because I get more flavor out of it.
Right.
This one, I heard y'all say it's 100 proof.
Right. You wouldn't think that, right? Because
very smooth.
Yeah.
Very smooth and a lot of flavor.
Exactly.
Yeah, it doesn't drink like it's 100 proof, does it?
No, not at all.
I'm going to say that ginger is coming from the cigar because I remember I said gingerbread, some gingerbread notes coming from that cigar earlier. Definitely when you put that smoke right in there, it's all ginger.
Yeah.
Ish will be glad that you said ginger.
A little bit of smoke, and then you get the aroma of the two together. Crazy.
Mm-hmm. Better ginger than Marianne, right, Randy?
Well, ginger is the spice typically, or that you're going to taste. That's what Ish will say, and the pepper is the salt and the mineral, and blah, you know, it just goes there. But it's what we perceive them as in our brain.
Definitely big ginger on it.
Too much. That's what happened.
Yeah. No, I mean, you know
what happened to California, guys?
California, you know what happens in California? I hope they didn't get an earthquake. No, otherwise Vicky's still with us.
It's ethanol. They're in the distillery, right?
The ethanol.
It could be the distillery, yes.
For sure.
It's the ethanol, right? It's the ethanol out there, guys. It's the air, the ethanol in the air that's giving you some headaches, technical difficulties.
I'm gonna have to get me some of this whiskey though, because it does. I've smoked a. Remember, I think
Can you
Joey
guys hear us now? Because we are
I think I was talking about the rum. I like the rum better.
Sorry,
with this.
I got our Wi-Fi. We'll see how that works.
All right.
Because it has the sweet and the spice.
Which kind of rum are you drinking with?
Bamboo. I think it's bamboo. It just, but because it was sweet and spicy, so it I don't know. It kept the spice, but the sweet kind of knocked. But this kind of knocks everything out for it. Gets the sweet still there, but it knocks the spice down on the cigar for me, which I said I like.
Yeah,
that's me.
It drops the
really
spice level.
Oh
yeah, completely.
Mellows it out a lot.
Completely, because
we have a professional that's giving us a statement. Ginger is correct. Cinnamon is a no-no. That is by the master, the Grand Master himself, Mr. Olivalan, the man who made this cigar. So do not, Joey, do not use the word cinnamon whatsoever and insult the man.
I'm all ginger, and the chooch over there in the upper left-hand corner is all cinnamon.
I said cinnamon on with the whiskey. I got a little cinnamon from it because of the sweetness, I think.
Okay.
And you could have a ginger snap.
Yeah.
I'm going to call it. The snap is the cinnamon, by the way, ish. Just in case you didn't know.
There is cinnamon in every ginger snap cookie. That is true.
That's right.
Looks like they're walking through the distillery. And are you taking us someplace special?
Yeah, we're walking through the distillery because
we
we aren't getting very good reception. So we thought we'd come show you what it looks like to be in a cool.
Oh, wait, let me go. I like that.
This is all our holding tanks. After you take out a barrel, you've got to throw it up, hold it before you bottle it. We're going out to the bottling area.
Yeah, that holding tank on the left is where I hang out.
That's where Joe. That's where he's actually in the tank.
Look at that. You could have
Joey's always
straight bourbon. You could have. I mean, you could just hit it. All of our finished goods, the finished goods in the barrels. We use different barrels. We don't have the charred barrels. We have the air dried barrels. They're very pretty. Oh, and here's the brewery. So, our canning line, our bottling line.
They're in the
getting ready to go out to Trader Joe's.
Nice. So you have a pretty good size operation. I mean, that's
yeah.
How many gallons can you produce in a year?
Can you guys hear me anymore?
I can tell you that any guy could spend their entire day on their conference. Between the brewery and the distillery, you could spend an entire day there easily and be very happy.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, I don't think Joey would make it out alive.
Probably not.
Show you a photo of that. Well, that's very nice floor. Oh, very awesome. Wow.
Very nice. I mean, we're getting a little bit of the. We got a tour, and we never knew we were going to get one. I paid $35 to go on a tour this weekend of a distiller here in Florida. So this is good.
We're breaking up.
Oh, we're breaking up.
Oh, we're breaking up bad.
Houston, we have a problem.
There you go. Something.
Well, it was better.
Yeah.
It's nice. Everyone's saying it's very clean, very impressive.
Yeah.
We should call the California governor. I'm sure he'll fix it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He's good at fixing things, Joe. He's good at fixing one thing: elections.
So, Randy, how many other cigars are in your line then?
Well, that's a good question. So basically, I have 3 cores right now. The Banda also comes in a box press.
Okay.
And I have the Sulu, which is a Robusto. That's it's my Maduro, but it comes in a Robusto 5x50 or 50x5. And then I have I'm waiting on them. Actually, I thought they were supposed to be here by the weekend because I got some more coming. Toro size in the Sulu. And my Celebus it's my Connecticut, and it comes in a 52x6. It's a I just went blank.
Corona?
Torpedo.
Okay, there you go.
But I've got a new one, which is a value line. Uh-oh. Was that me?
No.
I got a value line gonna put out really soon called the Chow Chow. And it's basically the Sulu wrapper binder, but the filler is that. Am I making that?
No,
It's got to be California.
I just muted the California kids. Let me mute you for a second.
Manufacturing noise.
Oh, it sounds like they're inside their filtration unit.
Yeah.
We'll be right back on how it's made. but the Chow Chow, it's the same. It's basically the Sulu. It has same wrapper, same binder, but the filler is mixed filler of the leftover Sulu tobacco. So it's really tasty for a value line. And then go ahead.
Oh no, I keep trying to mute him, but he keeps unmuting himself.
No. I want to mute. I want to
God, your background noise is really loud in that facility.
Yes.
Yeah, now we can overhear you. So I'd rather listen to the garbage truck. I don't know.
You didn't get to. Yesterday it was helicopters from the fire in Laguna Beach. So
So I have a
it didn't make national news. That was a very small fire. But yeah, I had yesterday it was helicopters.
You have a project that is.
Sorry, I have a project that I'm working on. Been thinking about working on for the fall. A little 5-pack, short cigars, and I got a bunch of samples in a few weeks back, and actually when Ish went to the DR, and it wasn't a mistake by mistakenly putting the wrong wrapper on it. It was putting a wrapper that was similar to the wrapper that I wanted, but they didn't have it available at that because he was in a hurry, and he only rolled me like 10, and put a different wrapper on it, and I smoked it, and I'm like, oh my God. So now this cigar, without a doubt, is coming out. So I have a Lancero, a 42x7 coming out very soon.
Nice.
And that cigar that was supposed to be my samplers for the fall project coming up. So
the happy mistake.
Yeah, and so these Lanceros will be called the Mecha, MECHA, which is fuse, not fuse like fuse together, but lighting a fuse,
like lighting a fuse,
which has something to do later. You will see will have something to do with my fall project. We'll leave it there.
I'll tell you what, that ginger is really dominating the blend here in the second, third.
And I was just before I started talking about this, because I'm about halfway through it, and the spice typically will pick up toward the end. Yep. And when I say I'm getting cinnamon spice, I always perceive it as that because, like when I was little, my mom always had this big red little Trident gum, and I would chew it, and it would burn the tip of my tongue.
Your tongue,
cinnamon, and that's what I get with this cigar, and it's that same kind of memory.
I'm with you, totally.
And that's why I call it cinnamon. But this whiskey tones that down, and actually it's almost like that cinnamon for me made the whiskey heat up. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Because of, I guess, of the playing in my mouth, on my tongue. Because
the cigar's like cooking the whiskey.
Yeah, or
it's
when
like charring it up a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, when I sip it, it's heating it up.
The retro on this, I'm in the second, third right now.
Beautiful.
It's like leathery oakiness, vanilla, and like that nice, perfect level of spice on the finish on the tip of your nose. Love it.
I love this cigar.
There they are. They're back. Oh, they made it to the office.
I saw them go through the bar. They went through the tasting room.
Yeah, they're at the office now.
The tasting room is gorgeous, by the way.
Can you put the hashtag up against Kyle? We got someone asking, and Ish keeps saying no cinnamon in a cinnamon.
In a cigar.
In a cigar. So he's saying definitely no cinnamon, guys. Use that word. There you go. Everybody get your hashtags in.
So, what's nice is, folks, we do these giveaways with the hashtag. People love it. Randy, what can you throw in to add to that beautiful bottle of rye that
I think we're good.
I'll do a 5-pack of their choice.
Beautiful.
All right.
Beautiful, guys. Look at that.
Nice.
Listen, only here on the Great Cigar and Pipe Show do you
very
get
nice. Thank you.
amazing tips from our guests. You can listen. Somebody just went to the bathroom and flushed their toilet.
I think they're distilling whiskey on the show.
I think they're getting the bottle ready to give it to a winner. Frank, there's no way you can. Frank, you can't mute those guys.
I've muted them, but they're relentless.
Not in the bathroom, is it?
They're back.
Hey, did any one of you guys just return from the bathroom with the phone? We may have heard some urination happening.
No, it was distillation.
Oh, I don't think they hear us.
They don't hear us.
We're having a hard time we are on, but we keep getting.
Oh, yeah, having a real hard time.
You're on. We can hear you. Can you hear us?
Yeah.
Just dip your tip. You'll be good.
Hello. Do you hear us?
No, they don't hear us.
No,
No,
they don't hear
they
us.
don't hear us.
They don't hear us at all.
Mute them, Frank. Might as well mute. What are you going to do?
Mute them.
There are a couple of mutes, you know?
Yeah. Where's everybody else on the cigar? You guys in like the second, third at least here?
We're in the second, third here. Yep.
Are you guys getting that domination of like ginger and leather?
Sorry.
Ginger for sure. But you know what? What's interesting is that I don't think the cigar, the spiciness for me it's gone.
There's no spice.
There's no spice.
No spice at all. No.
It's
a little bit on the retrohale.
Very little. I mean, we're talking minuscule amount.
Which is good. I like.
Let me know if it picks back up in a minute.
Yeah,
it'll kind of do this.
Yeah.
It'll kind of do that a little bit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a little bit. There's a little bit, but you need to have a little bit. But I do get that leathery, kind of like saddle, as Joey likes to say, that saddle leather.
Earth milk.
Freshly with that fresh new pair of jeans that just sat on it, because nothing's better than a saddle with jeans on it.
There are some
coming from your undercarriage.
There's some like vanilla undertones now to the cigar as well.
This is another cigar that I can say that our man Ish, which we like to call the mad scientist. He has a lot of names, but he continues to produce cigars that people literally can't stop smoking.
Yeah.
And for there to be like tobaccos from 8 different regions or countries or whatever it was in this cigar, and for it to, the blend is just coming together for that awesome delivery of like ginger and leather to the palate is very good job, Ish.
Yeah,
I don't know how he does it.
And it's
I don't know how he keeps doing it.
It's the construction, right? It comes down to great construction.
The draw
is flawless.
Yeah. Randy, can you tell us where people are asking where they can get your cigars?
So right now there are 2 places.
Okay.
Ish's Lounge.
There we go.
Yeah, that's at the Banff Lounge, folks.
In Florida.
In Wellington, Polo Grounds. It's the brand new. They play polo there. They play polo. It's the grounds. It's the Polo Country Club. God, don't forget about it. So anyway, this weekend, folks, all right, if anybody's interested, there's going to be the TPA event at the Banff Cigar Lounge that is just opened up. And Randy and many more vendors will be there. So if you get a chance, come on down. And if you can't come down, Randy, how can we get the cigars?
You can also right now get on ToroCigarCompany.com, but they're under Black Pearl because I'm still doing that rebrand and I'm still pushing out, but it's all after this weekend. It's all over, I'm full steam ahead. I've been kind of in limbo, right? Waiting on all this. So it takes a little time.
Randy. Right. And also, Big Fellas Cigar Mobile Lounge.
Oh, yes. Big Fellas. I forgot. They are
also. So let's not forget about Brian and Mike over there. Joiners. They've got them.
Yep. I forgot all about that. Sorry, Brian.
That's right. They'll beat the daylights out of you this weekend. Don't worry.
Some more from me this weekend, so I forgot all about that. Well, maybe not now.
Our guys from Rod and Hammer, are you with us? Can you hear us?
We can hear you. We had to find like the highest peak in the roof of the building to.
Are you hanging from the rafters?
Yes, we're way up high. We had to go up to our secret boardroom. Anyway, so sorry, guys.
So tell us, where can we get your whiskey? Because obviously, you have to be in California mostly, unless we order it through you, right?
Just go through Rod and Hammers. Just go through rodandhammers.com, and you guys can have it delivered to your door tomorrow. We go to 44 states. It's an awesome thing to be able to do that. And you as a brand like this, we're a direct to consumer brand. People need to love the lifestyle and what we're doing, and that's what makes everything special. But to support local craft is super important. And all your viewers, it's something that keeps us alive. We're competing against the big boys. We're just little fellers, and we need some help.
Right. So, now what is the price point?
Honestly, it's fantastic. That peach whiskey is at $29.99, and we go up our cask is like $55. But we're trying to make super affordable but really good quality whiskey.
What about the cask reserve? What are we looking at?
That is 70.
Yeah, that's the reserve rye is probably our we can't even keep up with production, but it's 70, but it's all cast small barrel aged in variety from 5 to 15 to 25 gallon barrels, so it should drink like a 25-year-old. They're amazing.
Wow. I mean, we're talking about great price structure.
Unbelievable.
For a small producer to be able to offer it at those prices.
What's the price point on the cigar?
Yeah, how much are cigars?
Oh, sorry, I was looking at something. So retail, they're all around 13, 14.
Can't beat that.
My Chow Chow will be retailing for about $8.50, somewhere in there. But I know Toro, if you use Cigar Dudes, you can get a 10% discount if you're a member of the TPA, because they are members of the TPA. You should get a 10% discount. I don't know if it's additional.
Yeah.
But
so we have another incredible pairing for under $100.
Under $100, Joe. Under $100.
And that's where I try to, hone
that's
in
your
on
sweet spot.
Just $100 or less, and you got yourself an amazing pairing. You guys want to talk about the TPA a little bit, because I know this is like a newer venture for you guys.
Yeah, that would be awesome, Joey. So thank you, guys. I mentioned it earlier. The TPA stands for Tobacco Products Association, and we are basically in our first year coming together. And we're having an event at the Wellington Country Club where Banff is now also having his new cigar lounge there. And this weekend we are putting together an event with vendors. There's going to be lots of consumers, retail shops, a bunch of podcasters are coming down, and it's open to everybody. Consumers generated. Randy mentioned earlier, if you become a TPA member, you're going to get discounts from TPA members or blends or whoever is involved. You can save more money that way also. Go to our website, tpa.rocks, for more information. Go to our Facebook page, and anything you want, email us for questioning. Ish is a co-founder. Dr. Oscar Rodriguez from PTO Cigars. He is a co-founder. Ken Dorvacker from The Chief is a co-founder. Kathy Paterni from Cigar Box Marketing is a co-founder. And I myself from the Great Cigar and Pipe Show is a co-founder. So we've got this great event coming down. It's open for everybody. Hello, Vic. Goodbye, Vic. It's open for everybody. And it's come on down. It's going to be Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And the TPA is going to take the event on the road. We're going to plan on going all around the country and bringing the TPA members and brand owners, anybody else who's involved anywhere around the country. So we're always looking for a new spot. But it's our first of many to come. It's a worldwide operation.
Joe, you've been
Joey, I can't hear you.
Muted yourself. There you go. You're good.
I just did the cigar smoked whiskey again, and man, big time marzipan. There's where the marzipan is. You got it.
Mine is really spicing up. I'm for sure it's really starting to spice up, and unfortunately I had just a very small sample, so I'm trying to really slow down on it. But
the Joey sample.
It really does. I don't know. This is fun. I want to tell y'all, this is fun. I've never done this before, like a pairing like this. And I mean, I've paired. I mean, on my own, I've smoked cigars and drank some whiskey, and of course, it's different.
It's different when you actually sit there and kind of analyze it and say, what's happening?
Yeah, because this is,
when you sit there and you dip your tip, it's different.
I want to keep sipping it because there's this really cool flavor as it goes as it comes across my tongue.
Yes.
From the spice, and I cannot pinpoint it, but it's delicious. I don't know what it is, but
I'm getting that nuttiness on the cigar.
The nuttiness is now big time. It started nutty, and now it's ending nutty.
Right. Mm-hmm.
No, he said this is available at Total Wines in California. I wonder if we can order it through Total Wines here. I mean,
I don't know if we can.
They're a company across the country, so
let me
unmute them.
Let me unmute you. So Total Wines is obviously across the country. Could we order it in our store here if we chose it there?
Well, it certainly helps if you request it, but distribution is a very difficult thing with liquor. It all goes back to like the prohibition days. But just go on.
It's just easier to go to your website.
Yeah. Rodandhammer.com.
Rodandhammer.com.
Yep.
They have a mailing list. You should send it to their mailing list, and that way, if they run specials on shipping or anything, definitely just get on their mailing list. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Just go on their mailing list. Exactly.
Social media. Yep.
That's the way to do it.
And this pairing, I think, is probably a pairing for all seasons.
Yes.
You could do this pairing in any season. Summer, fall.
I think this is a great Christmas pairing too, Joe.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Especially with those gingerbread notes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
It's a great prize to give away too. I mean, presents. I mean, the price is unbelievable.
And I think it's that time, Kyle.
It's that time, Kyle. We're going to be put that good old fashioned hashtag up. Make sure everybody's in. Remember, you have to be here when the hashtag is delivered. And the sweepstakes runs in any minute now. So make sure you put your hashtag in. Folks, here we cannot put our hashtag, but I'll use an alias. So if I win, I won't get too excited, but I will say I'm here.
And for the winner, please PM me your name, your address, so we can get it out to you. Those guys on YouTube, try to figure out if you can get me on Facebook. That would be great. If you don't, then go to my personal page and PM me on Ronnie Pecorini, so I can get the bottles and cigars to you. So please, YouTubers, you got to do that for me.
There's also the greatcigarandpipeshow.com website they could email you on, right?
Yes, they could. They could email us anywhere because at some point we'll get the email, maybe. But yeah, Bob and I are loving the cigar and the whiskey so much.
Pairing.
What a great pairing.
Once again, Joe, you hit a little grand slam here.
Yeah,
I thought that was an interesting mention about giving gifts. So when I give gifts of whiskey, I do try to buy something that I don't think that there's really much of a chance that they've had before.
Exactly.
So,
this is definitely something that they've never had before, which is great.
And also be delicious, obviously. But you want to really make a recommendation that's a discovery for your friends.
I mean, anybody who does win this, please,
when
you do win, post it online. You want to make sure that you hashtag, you want to be everybody involved, meaning you want to hashtag Randy and Ironclad. You want to hashtag the guys, Rod and Hammers over at their website. Just again, and tell us how you liked it and what you enjoyed most, because hey, it's about getting the word out. If we don't get the word out, what the hell are we doing?
Right. And Whiskey Network.
And then exactly. Hashtag
Ted Whiskey Network.
Even Joe.
Yeah, there you go. Because there will be a follow-up article on whiskeynetwork.net. What month are we in? I lost my mind.
August 1st or 2nd, get ready.
Around August 5th. August 5th.
August 5th.
Yeah.
Fantastic pairing, guys. Fantastic. Thank you so much.
You didn't have to end.
I know. We don't want
you don't have to end. We can still go a little bit to the end here.
Not
the products.
We're running out of product here. My glass is empty.
I'm running out of tip.
Well, that's your problem, Joey. What can I tell you? Go home and get your shine box.
Guys, and Randy, Rodney, and Hammer. Can you say that 5 times quickly?
I doubt it.
let's roll that hashtag, Kyle.
Everybody's in.
All right, here we go. Oh, I see some names. Oh, Ishmael's trying to get in on the action.
Oh, yes. Wouldn't that be funny?
Billy!
EMT Long Island, buddy.
The Long Island Billy, they call. Is he still with us? Let's see if Billy's still with us.
I think he is, because we've been talking.
He goes, Billy's in the house.
Hey, Bruce, nice, Billy. Bruce, congratulations, man. You're going to love
Bruce,
this
you
one.
didn't win, but don't worry. Bruce is going to buy the cigars 100% because he's going to want to have these. Bruce, have you ever had one
always
of these?
buys.
Bruce, have you ever had one of these ironclad? These are fantastic. Wow.
And get the whiskey.
Get everything. Doesn't matter.
It sounds like Rod and Hammer coming to us from Mars.
Well, no, they have a very well. California and Mars are pretty much equal.
Yeah, same thing, same shit.
Same thing.
That's great.
No, not yet.
Randy,
So,
I'll have the address for you. If I don't send it to you, I'll have the address for you this weekend when I see you. And Joey, I'll get the address so you can get that bottle out.
Fantastic.
And wow, what a pairing. Folks,
Randy,
listeners, if you listen here, I'm telling you, this is a must. You have to find both the cigar and the whiskey.
Yeah, the whiskey's
truly
great.
enjoy it.
gotta
For
make
a
sure
price, you cannot beat it.
everybody has to check out Randy and his podcast, The Cigar Dudes. The guys are funny. They're great. Make sure you check them out because, you know, and I love their accent, to be quite honest.
They pick up when we're not around.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You know, he's a guy. You know, you got to go and listen to him. If we're not here, you got to listen to the guys because they actually make some sense, unlike us. You know?
But only 3 times a month. 1 month, give it to us, okay? we built a spot for you, Randy. Don't worry about it.
I've still got product left.
Oh, you do?
Wow.
Look at you.
There you go. He did
He's
skip it
You're the one
slowly.
that said you had a tiny sample.
I know. He's been really nursing it, though.
Yeah.
Billy's already forgotten. He's got a short memory. He wants to refresh his memory. What did he win? Well, Billy, tonight in door number 1, you have won a bottle and you won a 5-pack of cigars. Is
Of
that
your
good
choice
enough?
from Randy.
Yeah,
So
which one?
Got the Rod and Hammer Rye,
Connecticut,
5-pack of your choice.
either
Connecticut,
Connecticut or Maduro. Let me know.
Maduro.
Yeah,
which one.
Billy, put it down what you want, okay, buddy?
Billy, I recommend
Billy,
just
we
getting a
recommend the
5-pack
Habano.
of the Banda.
Get the Habano. Get the Habano.
Yeah.
You will not
Regret it.
So, and Habano also comes in box press and Toro.
Oh, nice.
So, whichever one.
Oh.
Very good. Very good.
Oh.
All right.
Oh, well,
there you
it looks like it's that time again. That time to say goodnight to all our family. You know, what was that? MIC?
KUI. And again, everybody, we said it earlier. Happy anniversary, Frank.
Thank
36
you.
years. Don't
36
push 39
years,
yet.
36.
Lucy's going to keep the daylights out of you.
1939 is when we started dating.
That's when Bob was born. Everybody, thank you so much. It's great to see everyone. Appreciate again all the support. And again,
Till next month.
Till next month, yes.
Yeah.
We'll have another TPA member coming on board with his cigars.
Nice.
So you'll have to check out Rue on that one. And again, follow us, and we'll have a bunch of podcasters down this weekend doing Instagrams and live shows at the TPA event at the new Banff Cigar Lounge.
Yeah, we have Old Line American Single Malt joining us.
Nice.
Next month. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Excellent.
Nice. Very nice. I
Very
like
good.
it, Joey. Well, good night, all. And Randy, thank you again for wonderful cigars that you sent out.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you for very much. You know, sometimes, and like you said, you know, you had to start from scratch with no story. And that's a very difficult thing to do.
I've got one now. Believe me.
I still have no story.
You are a story, Joe. Don't worry about it.
Story.
Vicky, thank you so much again.
Thank you, Vicky.
Again.
Make sure next time you come
Watch
on,
out
you're
for her
completely
cocktail with
prepared.
that peach whiskey, definitely.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You're
Coming
gonna
up
have
soon.
to. Where can folks get that recipe?
On whiskey-network.net.
Perfect.
So
Perfect.
you just go to Lifestyle Cocktail Club, and it's all the cocktails listed individually there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Vicky's like my main competitor in the lifestyle section.
Right.
It's
She's probably doing a little bit
cocktail
better
club.
than you are.
Yeah, probably. You know, it's not hard. It's not hard to do, Frank.
I know she has a bigger fan base. Vicky, by the way, you're invited to all of our shows. Joey, I don't know. We might decide you're out. That's how easy it is.
Well, who's going to handle the shipping? Come on now, be
Oh,
real.
that's true. That's true. Joey's the shipper.
Yeah.
And one more I said, we got some people asking questions. Those who are interested, there will be a TPA HERF tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Central. Feel free, join us. Go online and make sure you get the link or ask about it. Get your emails in so we can send you the link also. Every Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern time. Everyone, have a great one. Thank you so much. Cheers. Randy, see you Thursday. Vicky,
Yes,
next
sir.
time.
Cheers.
Joey.
Thank you, guys.
Good night, everybody.
Oh, good night, everybody.
Take care.
Tell my brothers to line them up. We'll drink that whiskey from those old dirty cups. We'll toast to the present, the future, and the past. This ain't my first drink, but I sure it ain't my last. 'Cause this world is so beautiful. I see its love come shining through. This world is so beautiful. I feel its love come shining through.